Hey guys, I hope everyone's day is going well. Long time no see. I know it's been a minute, but I've got a very exciting yo-yo to review today, and I'm sure you guys are gonna love it. Today we'll be taking a look at the YoYoFriends Overclock. This is actually the signature yo-yo of the team leader of YoYoFriends, Yi, who's also known as Philip. I'll have his Instagram linked down below, but I could not be more excited to review his yo-yo since he and I have been friends for a long time now. Without any further ado, let's jump right in. All right, so as I mentioned before, this is Yi's signature yo-yo. So he specifically designed this one for himself. If I'm not mistaken, he also has a major part to play in testing and designing all of the YoYoFriends yo-yos. And over the years, they've been creating some insane yo-yos. So it's kind of cool to see him make something for himself because he's always in the background testing and modifying other yo-yos. And of course, I got to give a shout out to YoYoFriends and Yi for sending me this yo right here. As usual with any of my reviews, I'm going to leave all of their social media and website in the description down below. So when you're finished with this video, be sure to check them out. They're an awesome company and I've been reviewing their stuff for years now. All right, so you guys know the drill. In order to get a good understanding of what this yo is all about, we're going to start by talking about the specs, which are on the next screen here. Alrighty, so let's talk a little bit about the specs and what we're working with here on the Overclock. So the weight of 65.8 grams, to me, that's pretty standard for this day and age, not too heavy, not too light. The material is 7068 aluminum with stainless steel weight rims. So 7068 aluminum is a tougher grade of material, which means that if you hit this on the ground and it dings up a little bit, it won't really perform any worse. It's a very durable grade of aluminum. The diameter of 55.47 millimeters is just a tad bit on the large, but really nothing too crazy. The width of 47 is a little bit on the wide side, but in general, yo-yos in this day and age are getting a lot wider, and all the other specs are pretty standard. And then the price coming in at 100 to 105 USD depending on the color. To me, that screams, you know, very premium competition yo-yos. So we should be holding this yo-yo to quite a high standard since it comes at a very premium price point. All right, so as you can see, the Overclock is a pretty cool looking yo-yo. So let's take a look around it. In general, this is just a very competition oriented looking yo-yo. We'll start by looking at the shape itself. This is a very nice H shape. It's got those kind of beefy rims right there, and then it has just a really nice slope down to the bearing. It's not as concave as something like the ND. I'll throw the shape on the screen right there, but this yo does kind of remind me in terms of shape a little bit like the ND and also the movement by SF yo-yos. When I look at a shape like this that kind of has that beefy rim and then a really nice slope down to the bearing, that's kind of what it reminds me of. However, they're absolutely not identical. Overall, this shape is super wide and open. There's a huge gap there to land the yo on the string, so I can already tell this is going to play very, very nice. Now, moving on over to the cup, we can see we've got a very nice weight rim right there. As you can see, it wraps around, so it's not only on the outside of the yo right there, but it also curves around to be an inner lip bimetal yo-yo. That's a really premium feature and also one that's going to aid in competition style tricks. Moving right along, we've got a flat center in the middle and then a little nub right there. Not sure why they did the nub. That could be because they want to include a longer axle for less vibe with the yo-yo or to add a little bit more weight on the rim there. Overall, I feel like YoYoFriends makes a lot of their yo-yos with a little nub in the middle, so nothing too crazy there. But overall, this yo-yo looks really good. I personally really like this colorway here. We've got the kind of forest green, and then the bimetal rim itself is this lime green color. It's got like a little bit of purple in there almost. It's kind of wild, but from my perspective, it looks like a lime green. So it's kind of a forest green and lime green. Looks great. All right, so how does the Overclock actually perform? This in general is such a nice competition yo-yo. And the reason I say competition is just because this is a very high performing yo-yo. Obviously, you could use this yo-yo for anything, but here's what I've found. This yo-yo feels very secure. It's a yo-yo that feels so well balanced, so solid and stable that it kind of reminds me of just like an old reliable yo-yo. To me, this is the kind of yo-yo that you can pick up and you should be able to hit any one of your tricks on. This yo-yo should not hold you back from hitting a more extreme trick or a crazy long combo. This in general should be able to handle anything. It's not too crazy in terms of design. You know, it's not like a very out there and weird design. It is a tried and true competition shape and competition design that works really, really well. As you can see, it's got a nice H shape. It's got a really wide open gap. So don't fear about not being able to hit some of your tricks or maybe land a more complex whip or hop or something like that. this yo-yo should be able to hit them all. And furthermore, since it has those really thick weight rims, this is a very, very solid yo-yo. It's not the kind of solid yo-yo where, it feels kind of like a thud when it hits the end of the string. It's more the solid yo-yo that you will just find once you're doing your combos that there's more spin left, which is an awesome thing to find. In general, when I was playing with this yo-yo, I was just very surprised that once I finished one of my longer combos or more intense tricks, it still had a lot of spin left, so I could even throw in another trick there. In general, this just reminds me of the kind of yo-yo that you can grab and you know it's going to perform well. It's such a reliable and forgiving yo-yo, which is awesome. I also found that this yo-yo does play on the faster side. It has really nice agility. It can change direction really easily, so that was a huge plus for me. I loved pushing this thing to its limits with some faster tricks and changing the direction really quickly with some redirects, and as you can see, it can handle all of them flawlessly. This yo-yo is also solid for tech tricks. I'm not much of a tech player myself, but when I tried putting this yo-yo in a little bit more dense configurations, I didn't think the size of it really limited it at all, so I don't think you're gonna have any trouble there. Grinds were awesome with this yo-yo just because it has such a really nice powerful spin. It's got a bead blasted finish all around the yo-yo that help it spin on your finger for a long time. And then for finger spins, you're not gonna lock in for a finger spin because there's that nub in the middle, but you can still rotate around and do some flashy finger spin tricks if you want. All right, so in conclusion, the Overclock is just a very reliable and forgiving yo-yo. It's the kind of yo-yo that you know you're not gonna lose out on spin, you'll be able to hit all your complex tricks, and it's a great competition throw. This is the kind of yo-yo that, in my opinion, really does just everything very, very well. It also has a really nice fun feel to it. The response system is nice and snappy. I didn't really have too many snags, and I really just couldn't find anything to critique on this yo-yo. It's not the lightest yo-yo in the world. It's not the heaviest yo-yo in the world. It performs kind of in the middle there, but it's got great acceleration and great ability to change direction and be agile. So if that's something that you're looking for, this is an excellent throw. All right, and that's about it for my video. I'm sorry I haven't been posting in a long time. I'm hoping to get some more tutorials out recently, but my priorities have been elsewhere just in terms of life. However, I hope you guys can still enjoy a review like this, and I should have more videos to come. I hope you guys all enjoyed this review. If you did, be sure to drop a like. Also, if you are new here and haven't seen my videos before, hit that subscribe button so you can know whenever I post a new video. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.